Now, friends, we have a treat for you today. This is one of my absolute favorite concept segments that we're going to do. We found out our friend Mike here has to me, one of the more important vehicles that has been released in the last few years. What we have here is a Polaris Slingshot. Now, friends, technically speaking, since it has three wheels, it is a trike, but a lot of states now are licensing these as one, they license them as a motorcycle or as an auto cycle, because essentially you have a steering wheel. Let's take a look. You have a steering wheel, you have a manual gear shifter, you have, of course, your parking brake here, and instead of driving like an ATV or something, suddenly this is a side-by-side class vehicle, except it is certainly roadworthy. And because it has three wheels, it qualifies for some special licensing allowances that you can't do with a regular car or truck. These have proven to be tremendously popular. This is one of those vehicles that it looks, I tell you what, this looks fabulous if you ask me. It's a Batmobile with three wheels. And I mean, if you're not a fan of Batman, well, email us and we'll give you some counseling. So they're extremely well made. They've proven to be very popular, and the styling is certainly remarkable. The wow factor on this is just off the chart. Come around the back here, Ed. Come on. You see, you've got one wheel. Actually, you've got a motorcycle type drive system here. This is similar to what we would find, say, on a Harley-Davidson. This is a polymer belt. It's a toothed belt, like we used to call Gilmer belts for superchargers on dragsters. Well, it's a toothed belt. They're very durable and apparently stronger than anybody ever thought they were. And a really sophisticated rear suspension and drive line. It comes out of the manual transmission with this belt. And one beauty part here, the simplicity of it. It's just such a simple system. And of course, you have disc brakes all the way around. Now, we've taken a look at the back of the drive line. Let's go to the front. Now, some people say, is this a motorcycle or is it a car? Well, let's take a look. We've raised the hood here. And what you have is a four-cylinder General Motors, sourced from General Motors engine. I believe it's an Ecotec engine, 173 horsepower. A very, very reliable and a good solid engine. Certainly for power to weight ratio, it's an excellent motivating force. And see, it can be worked on or serviced at any General Motors dealer throughout the country. A very good, it's been proven to be very reliable, very good system for the folks from Polaris. And it has, of course, a manual transmission, a clutch. So for those folks who can't drive a manual transmission, well, you're going to have to learn for one of these. But it's an interesting design, very aerodynamic. And you notice that the windshield here, what it does, the air goes over you. You get a flow like here. And I like this for safety. And, you know, I'm all about safety on any motorized vehicle. And what you have here is a built-in roll bar, essentially, over the individual seats. And these are racing type seats with a very good support, lateral support as well. And I think this is a terrific feature. Now, there are roll cages, full roll cages available, even a removable soft top for some of these. It's really turned out to be such a spectacular success. Now, friends, this is a fabulous vehicle as it sits. It's a Slingshot. But you know, think about that. I can't help but think about, and this is a great engine. That four-cylinder engine is very good with the drive line. It's very reliable. Can't knock it at all. But some of us come from the theater for real hot rods. Think about it. Let's just say for a moment that this four-cylinder engine was replaced with, say, a Chrysler Hemi. And maybe we had put an automatic transmission in here, and maybe we would add that maybe a rear differential here where we could get 2 rear wheels, because for traction we're gonna need it, but 2, and it's already licensed a vehicle. And what we've done is we've come up with a conversion to, this is a Slingshot where we have the Canon conversion for this vehicle. They're already a tremendous package, but and we can do a Chrysler Hemi, we can do an LS Chevrolet, we can do an overhead cam Ford, double overhead cam Ford engine, whatever anyone would like. But what we have designed here, we literally, it turns a Slingshot into a Canon. And for horsepower, we have available from 300 plus up to 3,500, depending on the application. Yes, friends, we really can do a 3,000 plus horsepower engine. If someone, say, for racing or off-road or something, we really can do it. But it's gonna get a little pricey at that point. But what we have here is a very reasonably priced conversion that's going to cost no more than a higher end motorcycle. Now, friends, think about it. You can get a bagger motorcycle, which is fun, but a lot of us, especially those of us as boomers, who grew up with hot rods, in today's environment when all the cars look the same, when you don't know what brand it is, and this fabulous styling exercise here with this Slingshot, and then we take our best hot rod resources, as in Chrysler Hemi, Chevrolet LS, Corvette engine, or the Mustang or Shelby engine, which we can do, with an automatic transmission, with 2 wheels out back and a regular differential, which we can change gear ratios easily in. This is exciting stuff. We have a genuine kit, and you know what else? We can build it right here in Southeast Arizona. We can bring jobs and do all kinds of fun stuff here in Southeast Arizona to help our economy and help sports people around the country, maybe even around the world. We already have a design conversion for this. And so if you would like to have one of these Canon package Slingshots, the Slingshot Canon, well, you need to get in touch with us, because we're making these available in the very near future. So this is something that a lot of, especially, think about it, friends, a lot of us as boomers are at a point in our lives where we can't afford to be injured. Nobody likes motorcycles more than I do. But you know what? On a motorcycle, I don't care what it is, it's not if it's going down, it's when. And we can't help that. That's the nature of the machine. But think about what the safety factor, especially, a lot of us are professional people. A lot of us have really important jobs in companies. We own companies. We have businesses. Can you really afford to be in that wheelchair? Can you really afford to be in that nursing home for recovery and rehab? Can you afford to take 6 months off like some of us had to do? My last motorcycle wreck took me a year to get over it. So think about the safety. Your fun factor is off the doggone chart. We're talking genuine 2000 or the 21st century hot rod here, with the best of what we saw in the 50s, 60s, 70s in one package. We can do it, friends. If you're interested in a Slingshot Canon, get with us immediately.
How do we get with you?
You can email me, Johnny460Rowland @gmail.com. JOHNNY460 Rowland, ROWLAND @gmail.com. Let us build one for you.
Well, let's have some fun now.
Let's do it.
Let's fire this baby up.
Yeah. Now, friends, realize that people come in all different sizes. And I'm sort of the economy size. I'm 6 feet 5 inches tall. And so how in the world you think could they build a vehicle that would suit about everyone, but they have? Now watch this. Again, there are people bigger than me, taller than me, but I'm probably a little more than the average person that's going to get in one of these. But just check this out. It's easy. You just step over in it and look at this. Now, wasn't that simple? And you got plenty of room. You got, again, you're well contained in these racing type seats, and good lateral support, very comfortable. Also, since we're somewhat, we don't exactly have a roof over us, they're made in a material it's not going to hurt to get rained on, and you can just hose it out. It's such a great design, great concept. Let's go for a ride. Now, friends, you'll notice we really have a windscreen here. The wind sort of goes over us, and certainly it's a manual transmission. It's a 5-speed General Motors, very smooth, very light clutch. Again, our Canon version is going to have an automatic transmission, but for those of us, the standard model has a 5-speed manual. And here we go. Very smooth. Very pleasant. Very positive handling. You know, very easy. Quick handling, but you're not going to get in trouble with it. That's what I like. The steering is certainly fast enough. Notice that I'm actually wearing my cowboy hat, my ranch hat, but the wind is going over us, see? So you can drive, and I should put on my sunglasses for eye protection, but you really don't get that full-on blast of air. It's quiet, you know, we're going along a few miles per hour, but it's amazing how comfortable your interior is, far superior. Hey, I remember MGs and Jaguars. I really don't know who they were built for. Certainly people a lot smaller than me, and a lot of other people too. Great fun. If you can drive a car, and you can certainly drive one of these, the safety factor is just off the chart as compared. Again, it's a lot sportier than a Jeep. You can literally reach down, I mean, don't do it, but you can reach down and touch the ground at any given time. Very pleasant. Just think about that Hemi. You know what I'm saying? Just think about the Hemi. We can do it, friends. Piece of cake.